it's MK and I am here for day 1 of 14 days of Christmas. So I wanted to share with you guys what I pulled out. So from the Peace and Joy collection by 49 and Market, I pulled out these little elements. I also have the what they call wishing bubbles from that collection as well. From Christmas Lodge, I pulled out these faux brads. And then from Heidi Swapp, I know I didn't share this yesterday, but I did pull this out because it wasn't with my Christmas stuff. And going through all of my stuff, I found it. It's from 2015. I have got to use it up. Also from Christmas Lodge, I pulled out the sticker book because I plan on using the alphas a lot more. So I have my wax paper to pick out my title. And then from Peace and Joy, I want to use these stars from the rub-ons. So I have those. I pulled out the washi tape. Now I do have to tell you guys that I also had some other washi tape, again, not with my Christmas stuff, so I was not using it. So I decided that I pull it out and use it. If I don't use it, it's going to find a new home. Also using the packaging from the die cut collection from 49 and Market. And then I'm going to sacrifice these stripes and use the star paper, and then I'm going to go ahead and reach for this beautiful green paper that was the packaging for the Peace and Joy collection by 49 and Market. So to get started, I went ahead and cut the branding strips off, trimmed down my photos, and now I'm deciding what I want to use for my photo mat. Do I want to use the stripes or do I want to use the green? Well, because my little elf here is full of red, I went with the green because he popped off the green a lot more. He blended with the red. Plus, I could only cut one of them down really, really small. I think it's like 5 7/8. And so the stripes were going to be barely seen. And then, of course, the width of the photos, I wouldn't have been able to get a lot of stripes seen anyways. And I want to see the stripes. So I'm going to use the stripes as an element on my page as opposed to having them as my photo mats. All right, now that my photos are all matted and ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and get my rub-ons ready because I have to do those first, kind of, before I can glue anything to the page. So I'm going to pull out the transfer tool, which I think is kind of cool. It's this little plastic tool. For some reason, I've had several of these rub-on sheets and can't seem to find any of these tools. It's almost like I throw it away as soon as I'm done with the transfer sheet. I don't understand that. But anyways, maybe I should hang on to it. I don't know. But I'm just going to go ahead and fussy cut the stripes or the stars in 3 different sections. I'm not going to use them all, that is for sure. I just wanted options of which ones I wanted to use. All right, so I've got my title going on. It just says The Elf right now, and then I'm going to add a title word to it to build onto my title. So right now it just says The Elf I Know. I only used 3 of the letters in each section. But the thing is there's only 2 to 3 letters to begin with. There's not a lot of words I can make before I start running out of the major, the primary letters. I'm just saying. But I'm going to try. It's going to be my primary goal to use these alphas first before reaching in and pulling out my thickers. Okay, so what I'm doing now is just pulling out all the elements that I want to use for this page. So I'm going to go through the brads, I'm going to go through the Heidi Swapp elements, I'm going to go through the wishing bubbles. I've got my washi tape all ready to go. I already have a plan-ish for that. And then I decided that I'm going to pull out some green cording because on the wishing bubbles page, sheet, sticker sheet, they have light bulbs, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is absolutely perfect for this kind of page because he's everywhere. I don't know. I don't want to say it spelled chaos to me, but yeah, it was interesting. All right, so this is the other washi tape that I had. It's a bunch of belts, and the black band is different. So I've got, I think, 2 belts. One where it's solid black, the other one has a chevron, and then it's got another one that is just numbers. So yeah, I've got several of these washi tapes, and I don't know why they weren't put with my Christmas stuff. That's why they're never used. It's weird. How my brain works sometimes, I have no idea. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put on these stars. The best thing about these stars is that they're so tiny and so, I don't know, usable that I didn't have to waste all those stars behind the photo. So when I put on the transfer sheet, each little star is its own little transfer. Yes, they're not all one big old huge transfer stuck to each other. So when I put down, you know, a little bit of the stars and then don't rub those off, I was able to pick them up and put the stars somewhere else. Okay, so all my Heidi Swapp embellishments were falling apart, so I had to fix this one before I could use it. It is just like a gold snowflake and then a banner behind, and then it says, I think Sparkle and Shine is what it says. So I'm going to use this cording as a light bulb string because I'm going to use the light bulbs from the wishing bubbles. And I think it's going to look really cute. Of course, I do doubt myself because they're so tiny and there's not a lot on there. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what they look like. I keep reaching for that packaging because I want to hurry up and put them on the page. But it is going to be the last thing that I do. So there's the rest of the title right there. It says All Through the House. So it's going to read The Elf All Through the House. So I've only got three pictures of him. I didn't want to go all elf crazy in my album this year. But it's just him sitting on our bookshelf waiting for the kids to wake up and play music with him. And then he surprised the kids in the shower because he had to take a bath. I mean, if he's going to be with us for 24 days, the little guy needs to take a bath. Seriously, I'm just saying. And then, of course, the very first one on day one when he showed up and my littles gave him a name. So this is our first year doing Elf on the Shelf. I actually thought that it was quite funny seeing all those people make fun of Elf on the Shelf, and because some people will sit there, and I saw one where he was zip lining and then a bunch of other psychotic little things, and it's like, people do that, like, for real? And everybody was making fun of the people that did that, and I'm thinking, I thought he just sat on a shelf and was there all day. I didn't realize he moved every day and whatnot. And so I just was anti-elf because of that. It's like, oh my gosh, that means I have to get up before I get up. And if you all know me, I get up pretty early, but so do my kids. And so that means I have to get up even earlier for 24 days and move the elf and make him special. Well, I found a company, and I'll link it down below. They do everything for you. All you have to do is pull out all the elements that they have for this day, that day, everything, and then find out where you want to put the elf. That's it. That's all you have to do. The little cards all come with him. The bath bubbles and the little rubber ducky, the towel, everything came with him. The music, all the little prompt cards of what your kids are going to be doing, everything, you guys, come in this package, and it's a really good deal, like price-wise, I think. And I found another one online too. In fact, it just popped in my feed, like, I don't know. It's, one of those things. Spam is what I'm going to call it. And it popped up, but it didn't seem as personal as the first company that I found. And so I stuck with the first company before moving on, and ditching them and going somewhere else. Plus they have a pre-sale. So if you purchase it, so like at the end of, when is it? I can't remember. I think it's around February or March of next year. They'll do a pre-sale and you actually get it cheaper than if you buy it a couple months before December. So anywho, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. So I really enjoyed the elf because all of that was done for me. I did not have to think outside the box. I didn't have to do any of that kind of stuff. And I was super stoked. Every box every year is different, so I don't have to worry about, reusing or the kids seeing that again or anything like that. I mean, I only have a few years. My kids are teenagers. But in all fairness, I have to say that, okay, fun fact. I have 5 children, in case you guys did not know that. And I've said it multiple times. I know I have. But even my 22-year-old comes in the house and wants to know where the elf is. And this, it was just awesome, you guys. So yeah, it's one of those things where they want to know at least what the elf is doing. They don't care how lame it is. They just want to know where he's at and what he's doing. So anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I love how those little lights turned out. I'm so sorry. Toot my own little horn here. So anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Please be sure to check out everyone else that is playing along with Janet and I. Janet and I came up with this because usually there's a hop that's already going on and we didn't see anything. So we decided let's do something different outside of cut files this year. And so we put together the 14 Days of Christmas, and we asked several others to join us. So be sure to check out everyone else down below, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Yeah, no, today's Thursday. The next day. Saturday. Thanks, you guys. See ya.